Hello, this is Ron back here from Ron Brown's YouTube channel where we cover a lot of drones and drone gear and drone accessories and so on. But today we're covering a drone itself here. You remember our old friend, the Autel Nano Plus, released in early 2022, and I'm doing this kind of follow up here in late May of 2023. So the drone's been out almost a year and a half now, available to the public. It was kind of a slow rollout, but it got ramped up, and it came out to a lot of fanfare. And of course, less than 6 months after its release, the Mini 3 Pro came out and kind of stole its thunder a little bit. But the big question today is this still worth buying the Autel Nano Plus in mid 2023, with all the other competition out? So we're going to try to answer that question today. I have a little video coming up for you that I actually took in Florida when I was down there for the Great Florida Drone Meetup in April 1st, Jensen Beach. But running up to that, I spent some time up in Jupiter, and this is recorded in Jupiter. Two different segments. I got one segment where I'm kind of flying a golden hour along the beach in front of Carlin Park area, and then I'm another second half of the video. I'm flying at kind of sunset over the inland waterway down there in Florida. So I mean, the Nano's kind of like famous, or kind of hangs its hat on it's very good in low light. So you're gonna be able to see that. But one of my contentions is it's pretty good in bright conditions too. And I don't think I kind of narrated the flight here, but I don't think I mentioned this, that it does have that wide 1.9 aperture on it. So I did have to throw an ND filter on down there during the golden hour flight, because it's very easy to overwhelm that wide aperture with a lot of light in there, cause for overexposure and high shutter. And sometimes the shutter can't even compensate enough to the exposure issue. So I think I had the ND64 on there. I think I had no ND on the sunset videos. That gives you a little background. Everything was shot in like 4K 30 for the most part, base settings, and recorded in H.264. I didn't take any photos, there's no log video, just this color video, and no color grading was done whatsoever. In post. One last thing before I roll the video. One kind of advantage of picking up the Nano Plus now is the price drop. It could be had recently for about $675, just for the drone, the controller, and the battery, and for less than $750 for the Flymore kit, where you get the case, 3 extra batteries, a multi-charger, and kind of the whole 9 yards. So it's a much better value now than when it first came out, and that price point makes it a little bit more price friendly than the Mini 3 Pro, which they were about the same price when it came out. Now this drone is cheaper. And when this came out, I mean, it was kind of the undisputed camera king, the Mini drone series, beating out the Mini 2 and of course the Mini 1 and all the other pretender Mini drones from Fimi and Hubsan and so on. But then, of course, then the Mini 3 Pro came out and gave some real competition. It's debatable whether you think is one better than the other. I'm not going to make a proclamation here. And then, of course, there's been a DJI Mini 3 Standard, which also has the same camera as the Pro does. So now there's like 2 other drones out there that can kind of give it its run for its money, on its camera quality. But some people still think this is the best in low light. But anyhow, enough jibber jabber here and talking. You be the judge yourself. Watch this, kind of uncolor graded video. See what you think about the quality. Does it compare to the DJI Mini drones, the Mini 3 series drones? Doesn't it? And the only con is, of course, I don't do any intelligent flight features, kind of all manual flying here. At one point, I do zoom in a little bit and go with the 2x. I think I point that out in narration so you can kind of see what the the zoom looks like a little bit. At some point, I'm showing you kind of beach chairs or whatever in front of this condo. So did give you a little sample what the zoom looks like. Yeah, so I didn't really compare the smart features and so on like that. DJI's, basically. Got more intelligent flight features, modes like that than it does tracking and so on. So if you're looking for that type of stuff, the DJI drone's the way to go. But if you're solely a camera guy that flies mostly in manual, and you want to save a little money, this still could be the option. So let's roll that video here, and you be the judge. Hello, this is Ron Hibb here. With the Autel Nano Plus drone, I did a little, flying when I was in Florida in March in preparation for the South Florida drone meetup on April 1st in Stewart Beach. But this is Carlin Park in Jupiter, Florida here, where I'm out for a flight. And it's two different flights here. This flight is taken at what we call, the golden hour, when the sun's about maybe an hour before sunset, and you get some good colors and good shadows and so on. And this footage is unedited as far as there's no color correction or anything like that done to it. It's just straight off the card, even though I've chopped parts of it out, so I don't have an hour-long video here. But just some of the things I wanted you to see here. At some points, when I did not lock the exposure here on purpose, because I wanted you to see what happens when the drone, when you change directions and so on, and you get the exposure changes on you. So I kind of left. It happens a couple times in here, and I wanted you to see that here, but. I think the video looks very good. Considering there's nothing done to it at all. I don't remember my settings exactly, but I didn't do any major adjustments. Just small things at most to get this video. It's shot in regular color profile. This is not in a log mode or anything like that. So there's a boat. Now watch this shot here. I'm kind of zoomed in here. There you saw an exposure change. So I'm zoomed in here a little bit. I probably zoomed in at 2x. Now I'm zoomed out again. And you're going to see an exposure change coming up shortly here. This is some condos down here in the beach. There you go. There was exposure change. So, and there's another exposure change. So I kept some of these things in because one of these videos where I did not cut the bad stuff out. I want to leave it in so you can see it here. So we're flying back towards Carlin Park. So some of the green area here, the undeveloped area. Now we're getting back to where the walkway is, and this is like a little community center building right here. We see the beginning there, and then down there that other building is like these kind of picnic areas, covered areas, picnic tables and so on. There's like the restaurant and the bathhouses, the bathrooms at that blue building. So yeah, it's late today. It's not many people around. You can see how empty the parking lot is at this point. And the drone's performing perfectly here. I'm really happy with the colors and everything like that. There you saw some birds fly to the left there. So now we're coming kind of to the end of the park. That's that's A1A that you're seeing down here. And then you're flying, looking at the beach. You see the long shadows from the trees. The shadows are so long they almost go to the waterline, or they do go to the waterline here. So just a great little drone, great mini drone here. It doesn't take a lot of messing around to get some nice looking video. There you saw a big exposure change there. We're coming to the end of this portion, and then we're going to go into a kind of a low light, see how the drone performs in low light, which is kind of is known for or is famous for, but we're going to see how it does in a low light situation here at sunset on the other side of this, of Jupiter Bay or Jupiter Beach. Basically all this is shot on the eastern side of the inland waterway. So okay, here we're at a low light here, kind of blowing out the sun there for a second, and the darker it gets, the better it looks here. And here's Florida 1 here going south towards Juno Beach and so on. So here I'm just flying along the off the road here, off the traffic, So trying to catch exposure, and the colors look great here. You see details, and it really does perform well in low light. It's that famous RYB sensor that you heard a lot about when the drone came out. It's already doesn't seem to be. I don't see it appear in any of the drones except for the Autel Evo and the Autel Light series of drones, or actually only the Light drone. The Light Plus doesn't have the RYB sensor. So here we turn the other way, and look at the beautiful color. You saw how dark it was the other way, and look at all the light is grabbing here as I'm flying through the Jupiter Bay condos. Here you see the really highlights the blue colors here and the reflections of the buildings in the water. So there's clouds in the sky. So it's really doing a great job in low light when you're facing it the other way, away from the sunset. So yeah, again, kind of what the drone's known for. I'm gonna call it its superpower is its performance in low light. And again, this again, I think I got it. It's MPEG 4. A 4K 30. Or real basic settings here. And I probably made a couple changes in the camera settings, but nothing big. I'm sure it would have looked almost just as good in auto, because I didn't lock the the auto exposure because I wanted you to see those changes. What happens when you should lock your exposure. So I was going to show you what you should not do. So here we're just scrolling back and forth. Here we go. Now it's getting darker and darker. Look, the sun's almost behind this cloud. You see how dark it is, but I'm still picking up a lot of detail on the ground there. Still picking up a lot of detail, the colors in those buildings there, the yellows and the red roofs and so on. And the higher you go, of course, the more you can pick up light there. So yeah, just look how low it is now. There's that little dot going through the clouds. And look at all the light I'm still gathering here from this little Nano Plus. The great thing about the Nano Plus is it's taken a big price cut lately, so you can get it. I think typically you see it sell for about $675, and even the what you call it, the combo where you get extra batteries and the cases, so on, and multi-charger is only like another $50. So in the low 700s you can get the the whole 9 yards of all the gear you need. So yeah, if is this still the best mini drone camera out there? You decide by the footage here, but it's still a valid drone here in 2023, mid 2023 almost. Okay, thanks for watching, folks. See you in the next one.